welcome in. Hello, everyone. I'm going to go ahead and start a giveaway really quick. Welcome in all my friends. Hi, Highly Joe. How are you? Guys, I am multi-streaming this over to YouTube. So if you guys want to take a screenshot down below and go to, what's up, Rusty? What's up, Wild Hope? How are you? All the friends are here. If you guys go to my YouTube channel, it is multicasting over there. So if you're unable to stay for the full duration of the show, please make sure you go check it out over there. What's up, this and that? How are you? Welcome, welcome in. Guys, if you've never been here before, hi, my name is BLASIAN Bunny. I sell exotic snacks from all over the world, places like Taiwan, Japan, India, the Netherlands, just to name a few, and even some limited edition USA snacks as well. However, friends, today is not going to be a selling show. Today is going to be more of a Q&A type show where I'm going to be helping you guys kind of navigate your way through the whatnot streets here. Y'all, I've been a seller here on the platform since October 2023. And when I first started here on the platform, y'all, I did not know one soul who did anything like live selling, y'all. I didn't know anyone. So if I'm able to figure it out, I know that you guys can too with a couple of really good strategies, okay? So that being said, today's topic of discussion, friends, is going to be about attracting buyers to your shows. Everyone always like, how do I get more viewers? How do I get more followers? The question is, how do you get more buyers? That is going to be the real question you need to ask yourself. So if that is something that sounds interesting to you, please stick around. The show is going to be about an hour long. We are going to have Q&A, so you guys are able to ask me questions along the way, but to make sure that we stay close to that hour, y'all, we're going to try to keep the questions towards the topic of discussion tonight, okay? What's up, Glide? How are you? Do you have the key lime? I don't, my friend. I don't have, the only Brazilian snacks that I have are going to be some wafer cookies. I don't have those items, but if you message me, I can definitely see if my supplier has them, okay? No, Rusty, I'm probably the only person in the whole wide world that is not watching Love Island, okay? All right, friends, let's go ahead and get started because I want to try to stay true to that 1 hour. So, like I mentioned, y'all, we're going to go ahead and, I'm going to go ahead and introduce myself first just so you guys know who I am and why what I'm saying is valid and I'm not just like some new streamer here on the platform. Again, friends, my name is BLASIAN Bunny. You can call me Bunny. I've been selling here on the platform since October 2023. The very first show I had was actually in the women's contemporary category. If you guys don't know what that means, that is going to be like women's clothing, activewear, things of that nature. I did also sell for a very, very long time in the beauty and makeup category. I probably got about my first 3,000 sales there. And then Whatnot had introduced a new category about a year and a half ago. Welcome in, Hattie. About a year and a half ago. And it was called the drink and food category. And I was like, okay, well, maybe I should try that out. Again, friends, if you guys don't know, my name, BLASIAN, means I'm half Black and half Asian. Thank you so much for the share, Hattie. How are you? Half Black, half Asian. So I was like, well, maybe I can bring some of my culture snacks here. What's up, Lulu? Some of my culture snacks here to the platform and try it out. It was a very interesting transition because when Whatnot introduces a new category, there's nothing really to go off of. There's no other like there's no other streamers. You don't know what the prices should be. It was just like me just taking a leap of faith, and I'm so glad that I did it. Now I live in the best category here on Whatnot, and I don't care what anyone says. I will argue till I turn blue that the best category here on the platform is the food and drink category. I'm just saying, what's up, Netherlands? How are you? Welcome in, Arena Bina. How are you? What's up, Full Circle? All the friends are here. Welcome, welcome in. Guys, I'm gonna try to mod a couple of people. I'm gonna try to mod a couple people when I see you guys come in. You guys are never expected to do anything though, I promise. The only thing is if you see somebody being weird or being a troll, then that's it. But you don't have to do anything. Okay, so that's basically how I started here on the platform. Now I've been over here for almost 2 years, and I just sold, I'm at about 16,000 sales here on the platform. So I kind of know what I'm doing. I mean, I'm not like a super seller at all, but I do feel like I got my feet wet and I know what I'm doing. Okay, so when it comes to everyone has to eat, exactly, everyone has to eat. You're so right. And I think that's my favorite part about, thank you so much for the share. My favorite part about the food and drink category is because it's like for everyone. You know, when I was doing makeup, I was mainly talking to the ladies, which is totally fine, right? I mean, I would have a couple of guys come in, but y'all know what I mean. It was mainly for the ladies. Oh, let's see who our giveaway winner is going to be. And congratulations, this and that. I'm going to be sending you some positivity stickers. Congratulations on that, friend. Not only did you win the giveaway, but you also won some discounted shipping as well. Alrighty, friends. So let's go ahead and get into it. Like I said, friends, I'm going to try my best to do this in an hour. If you guys have ever been to any of my other talk shows, I usually am about 2.5 hours. So I'm gonna try my best to cut that in half this time around. Okay, friends? Close enough. We're gonna try to cut it in half tonight, friends, okay? Because I have to start preparing for tomorrow. Shameless plug here, y'all, but tomorrow is gonna be the start of our amazing bracket battle hosted by Derek, aka Fundamentals, and I help co-host that tournament. It is going to be a wild, wild raid train. It is actually a tournament, a competition between 32 different sellers. It is called the Sudden Death Bracket Battle Challenge. This is season 2. If you missed out on season 1, don't worry, you can watch season 2 with us. It's basically you go head to head with other sellers to see who can sell the most items in only 10 minutes. Now, I know 10 minutes sounds like a very short time, and it is. Trust me, it is. So it is a lot of fun, crazy chaos. I think our highest number for season 1 was someone sold 180 items. 180 items in 10 minutes. You understand how fast you have to be? Like, you got to be like ninja style. You get what I'm saying, friends? Yeah, I was gonna say 180 is crazy, right? So if you guys want to come to that show, it is going to be starting tomorrow evening at 5 p.m. Central Time, and it's going to go until about 8:30 or so. Monday people are going to go against Tuesday people. So if you want to learn more about that, just make sure you bookmark the shows. It is going to be a wild ride. All the starts are going to be $3 sudden death, and it's cross category. So it's not just going to be snacks, but it's also going to be clothing, comic books, crystals, jewelry, makeup. There's so many different categories, so you can get some really, really amazing deals. Okay, so let's continue on, friends. So how do we attract buyers to our live selling show? By the way, friends, you guys are more than welcome to participate down below. I don't have all the answers. What's up, friend? How are you? If you guys want to comment down below and give your spiel on what I'm talking about, please do so. That's what makes us well-rounded. Okay, so I feel like this is a 3-step process, right? How to attract buyers to your selling show. There's things that we have to do before the show, during the show, and after the show. So we're gonna go in that order. What's up, Bloom? All the friends are here. Welcome, welcome in, guys. Hold on. Let me mod a couple people who are coming in. Of course, friends, you guys are not required to do anything. Okay, so let's continue on, my friends. Things that we need to do before our show. Yes, you have to make sure that you prepare. It's kind of like taking a test and not studying, if that makes sense, friends. Or the best way I can explain it is maybe you're planning. Imagine your show to be like a party, right? You got to do some pre-party planning ahead of time to make sure that the party goes smoothly, okay? So I have to always say this. I feel like this one is very obvious, but as I continue to roam these whatnot streets, maybe it's not as obvious as I thought, okay? Thank you so much for the share, friend. I appreciate you. Is the first thing we want to do before our show is we want to make sure that we look presentable. That seems very obvious, right, friends? But I swear I've been into a couple of whatnot shows and it looks like people are rolling out of their bed. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. Now, I'm not going to get into details about that, friends. I feel like that's very self-explanatory. But I feel like if I go into someone's show and I see that they actually look put together, it doesn't mean that they have to have like some fancy hairstyle or be in their suit and tie or their Sunday's best. Welcome in, lady. How are you? But you need to at least look clean, if that makes sense. Okay. So make sure you are looking presentable. And if you guys see me looking up, I'm just reading my notes on my computer, making sure that we're dressing appropriately. And then also, this is a huge one. Make sure that your background actually looks clean and presentable. Now, I understand that there are some people here on the platform who are selling like pallets and they can't help that all the boxes are around, but besides that, right, we need to make sure that things, thank you so much, friend, you're so sweet. We need to be making sure that we actually take time to make sure our background looks nice. Remember, I know that this is a virtual platform, but when you're scrolling through shows, right, we that's kind of like your storefront, right? Imagine going to the mall and you go into a store and there's stuff all over the place. You have to step over boxes, clothes are hanging off the rack. Like, that would be kind of weird, right? So I want you to think of your presentation of your show in that exact same manner. Let's see here. Full Circle says there's a difference between palettes and this is very true, and trash in the background. Yes, friends, have some type of organization when it comes to your shows. I do feel like people are more willing to pay a little bit more if you actually look, if the clothes or the items or whatever you are selling look clean. You get what I'm saying, friends? The value of your stuff can be devalued if your show or your background looks dirty or junky. So we want to try to get the maximum amount of money we can for our items. So something as simple as making sure that your background looks nice will make people stay in longer. If I go into a show and I swipe in, for example, and I always give the example of I'm in the food and drink category. Say for I see someone making some brownies and then their cat jumps up on the counter and is purring. Now, y'all, I love cats. I also love dogs. I don't have any furry friends in my household, but wouldn't that turn you off? You get what I'm saying, friends? So keep in mind that some people, even though they might like pets, if you are having your pets like your cat or your dog or whatever that is going to be kind of walking around in the background of your show, someone might easily say, you know what, never mind. There might be dog hair that is going to be on my clothes. Rena, no, we're not selling snacks today. We're doing a seller support, babe. But if you go into the shop over here, there's always stuff for sale. So if you see something in there, you're more than welcome to purchase. Thank you so much for asking, my love. I will be doing a show tomorrow. What's up, Mama Z? How are you guys? I'm sorry. I be forgetting the mob people. Y'all give me a second. What's up, my loves? Welcome, welcome in. Okay. So let's continue on. 1 second. So keep in mind that some people will instantly swipe out of your show if they see your dog that is walking around. They might assume that there's going to be dog hair on the clothes. Maybe someone is deathly allergic or something like that. So I want you to keep all those things in mind when it comes to running your show. Just saying, friends, little simple things like that can make someone instantly swipe out. I have sadly received a package, y'all, where there was actually dog hair inside of my box. Keep all of those things in mind, friends. When you're packing, make sure your furry friends are put up. Okay, that was a really gross experience for me, y'all. I don't want no hair. I did not buy no wig. It shouldn't have been no hair in that box, y'all. Okay, so like I said, make sure we look presentable, dress appropriately, make sure that our background is clean and visually appealing, and try to showcase your items in an organized fashion. What's up, Denver? How are you, friend? Those are going to be some of the things we need to do ahead of time. Another thing that is going to be something that you can do prior to your show is making sure that you have items in your shop. If you guys are not familiar with the shop, it's this little button here in the bottom corner of the show. This is going to establish some type of credibility with you, right? Maybe I'm in my show right now and I am showing off these coffees right now. This is going to be this is in the shop, by the way. This is going to be a Taiwan coffee. It is going to be in the flavor macadamia nut. And maybe I'm showing all these coffees, but the person who comes in my show hates coffee. Coffee is the most disgusting thing to them in the world. Okay? They might just swipe out, right? But if you have other items in your shop, they might say, okay, I don't like coffee, but let me see what else Bunny has in her shop. That's going to establish credibility, especially if you are a new person on here. People don't know what you are known for. Thank you so much, friends. I see you guys answering. I promise I will get to the questions, but we have other people who are answering as well. Thank you so much, my friends. Okay, so make sure you have items in your shop because it is going to establish credibility. Okay, since you are still establishing your name, a full shop is going to show credibility, and it also allows buyers to purchase early if they can't stay for the duration of your show. What's up, friend? How are you? So that being said, y'all, let me go back up really quick and answer our question. Can I ask you, do you have a label maker to start selling or a printer? You can do either one. You can do either one. When I first started here, I was using a my printer from you so silly. I was using my printer from college. And it worked just fine, y'all. And it was a big old dinosaur ink printer. But I did tell myself that once I made 3,000 sales, that I was going to get a label printer. If you want to see what label printer I use, please click my show notes at the top. There's a link to my Amazon storefront, and that is the exact same one that I use. It's under $100, and I've been using it for the past like year and a half, and I absolutely love it. So if you want to get that one, friends, you're more than welcome. But you don't have to have a what is this called? A label printer to start your journey here on Whatnot. Okay, no problem, Ashley. Thank you so much for asking. Okay, so going back to our bin, another reason why you need to have a loaded bin is because, hi, welcome in, is because sometimes if I'm having a show for an hour or 2 hours long, maybe, and I'm gonna use Nikki because she just said something, Nikki can't stay the whole duration of the show, but she really loves coffee and she might have to be in bed in 10 minutes because she has to go to work in the morning. If you have the items in the shop, Nikki doesn't even have to say, Bunny, can you run the coffee? She can go straight to the shop and purchase whatever she wants there. Another thing, a lot of people like shopping the shop because they don't have to fight for it. They don't have to, yes, or pre-bids, absolutely. They don't have to fight for those items. They just buy it, they're done, and they're good. Some people are very shy. Some people are very shy and they might be nervous or have social anxiety and they don't want to ask you anything. They kind of just want to see what you have. I have customers who come in, they'll buy turtle chips, 3 bags of turtle chips in the bin, and then they're gone. That's it. They don't even want to say anything. And that's okay. They don't have to say anything. So have some items in the bin so people can look at it. Okay. Let's see here. What does my notes say as well? A full bin keeps people engaged longer. Instead of someone being in your show for only 1 minute, maybe they're in your show now for 5 minutes. So make sure you have some items in the shop. And it's okay if it doesn't sell because you can also clone. I don't know if you guys know this, but you can also clone. So I have 57 items in my bin. What's up, Nick? I have 57 items in my bin right now. If none of those sell, I can clone those exact items with like 2 clicks of buttons. Boop, boop, and it will go into my next show. So all that hard work will not go to waste. Okay, next thing we need to do. This is a big one, and I feel like so many people sleep. They sleep on this one. Create an eye-catching thumbnail. I feel like this is one of the easiest things that you can do, and it is free to do. What's up, Fred? How are you? It is one of the easiest things to do. A thumbnail, if you guys are not familiar, is when you're scrolling through Whatnot and you see those pictures of the shows, and you're like, oh, that one's cute, and you click it, right? I always give the example is you need to make sure that your thumbnail clearly represents what you are selling. Okay. Y'all, I love buying jewelry here on Whatnot. Y'all got these from Well All Right here on the platform. She's one of my favorite jewelry sellers here on the platform. Say for if I'm looking for new jewelry, because that's one of my favorite, right? And I'm scrolling through the jewelry category, and all of a sudden I see a picture of a infant, of a little baby. My brain is going to tell me, even though that show is in the jewelry category, that they're probably selling baby clothes because there's a picture of a baby. Or if there's a picture of your dog, I'm going to assume that you're selling dog treats. So I'm not going to click that show because it clearly doesn't represent what I am selling. Does that make sense, friends? Is your baby cute? It sure is cute. Is your dog cute? It sure is cute, but it's not a clear representation of what you are selling, friends. You are missing out on so many people coming in your show because your thumbnail is all wrong. It's all wrong. What's up, Simi Sam? How are you? Does that make sense, my friends? Make it visually appealing to draw attention. He good. He good. That's my problem, child. What's up, Jim? How are you? Thank you so much for asking, love. I'm selling my dog's ex. Oh my God, Nick. Yes, yeah. If you guys did not know, Nick is my problem child. He is like I don't want to call him a troll, but Nick is like a friendly troll. He's no harm. I promise. Yeah, that's why I've adopted him as my problem child. All right, I'm starting to sell hot dogs. Oh my God. And then there's my other problem child, Rusty. I swear, yeah, You know what? All my problem children are men. None of the women give me problem. It's you boys. It's you boys that misbehave. Yes, guys, you'll get used to it. Okay, so anywho, friends, make sure that it is visually appealing and it draws attention. What's up, baby? How are you? Okay, hold on, y'all. Make sure it draws attention, friends. Have you guys ever went into making some mods here, y'all? Have you ever been scrolling in a category and you instantly clicked the picture because it was cute? Okay, it's cute, y'all. What's up? How are you, Jay? It's cute. So make sure that it clearly represents what you're selling. You can go to this amazing resource, y'all. It is free. Y'all got y'all pen and papers? Look, I'm gonna tell y'all right now. It's on the internet, y'all. It's called Google. It's called Google. You can type it in this search bar. You can type anything you want, and you can go to images, and it'll pop up for free. Did y'all know that? I didn't. Look, y'all. I'm gonna give y'all all the tea. I'm gonna give y'all all the tea. So if you're selling boho jewelry, go to Google, type in boho jewelry, and try to find something that's similar to the items you are selling. Or you can just take a picture of the items you're selling and use that as your cover thumbnail as well. Okay, y'all better look. Google is my best friend, y'all. People like, Bunny, you are so smart. I'm like, I just be Googling everything. Anything you can imagine, y'all, I probably typed it into Google, okay? And now, now there's an upgraded version of Google called ChatGPT, y'all. Derek Fundamentals put me on the ChatGPT, and now, y'all, you know what? If I'm not married by the age of 40, I might just marry ChatGPT, okay, y'all? I'm just saying, okay? The best assistant you can get for 20 bucks a month. All right, friends, next up, build hype in advance, y'all. These are things that we're doing ahead of our show. We have not even clicked the go live button yet, okay? Hold on, y'all. Have you guys ever been like looking and you swear there's like a piece of hair? Y'all, I swear there's something there, y'all, but I can't see it. I see it, but I don't. Okay, we're gonna try to move on, y'all. We're gonna try to move on. Anywho, okay, y'all, I think it's a piece of glitter. I think it's my Okay, anywho, that's the fun thing about live selling, y'all. It's all live. Okay, anywho, y'all, let's go ahead to the next thing. Build hype in advance, okay? A lot of you guys are not scheduling enough shows. You just aren't scheduling enough shows. You need to always have at least 3 shows scheduled at all times. All times. It does not matter, friends. If I go to someone's show, and I'm not gonna pick on Full Circle, even though she was the last person who commented, y'all, because I always pick on her, and I don't want her to feel like I'm choosing her. So I'm gonna say Derek, y'all. So if we're out on Derek's show, he says he's a snack seller, okay, y'all, and I'm like, ooh, snacks sound yummy. So I click his profile, and there's no shows there. There's no shows there, okay? I'll be like, he's not a serious seller. He said he sells snacks, but he ain't got no shows scheduled. So you need to always make sure you have at least 3 shows scheduled, and make sure you're scheduling your shows at least a week in advance, okay? That way we're building bookmarks, we're building hype in advance. Let me see what you guys are saying. Oh my gosh, you guys are crazy. Someone called Tyrone. What? What are you guys talking about? I must have missed y'all said something. Okay. Anywho, we need to make sure that you're scheduling those shows at least 1 week in advance. That way, when you guys are in these whatnot streets or in community shows like this, and you're talking about yourself, or people get curious and click your profile, all you have to do is say something. They go to your profile and they're like, oh, I love jewelry. Let me bookmark all of these shows. And now you have a new potential customer. What's up, B? How are you, friend? Do you think it's a good strategy to sell handmade jewelry in the contemporary women's category to attract diversified potential buyers? Absolutely. I think there's nothing wrong with that. I feel like the more eyes that you can get in front of, the better. I don't think there's anything that would make me say no. I sell one time, y'all, well, not one time, several times, B. I sell exotic snacks from all over the world. And when the snack category was a very small category, I used to book my shows and schedule my shows in the gaming category because gamers like snacks. I used to put my shows in every other category because I'd be like, you know what? I'm just trying to diversify. And who doesn't like snacks? Okay. So yeah, definitely try it out. I mean, B, what could happen, right? Like, You can always try it and adjust accordingly. So I say go for it, okay, my friend? Genius on gaming category. I know, right? Yeah, it's like who gamers love snacks. All right, friends. I do see a couple of questions, friends. I promise I will get to them, but try for this particular show, friends. Try your best to keep the questions towards what we're talking about at the moment, only because we're trying to get everything fit into 1 hour. Okay, friends. I truly appreciate you guys. So, like I said, friends, we're building hype in advance. You need to schedule at least 3 shows at all times. Well, Bunny, I don't know when I'm going to be doing my next show. I don't, I work a weird job. I'm on call. So what? It's okay, friends. You can move your shows far in advance if you need to. If you need to change the time, no problem at all. You still will have those bookmarks. And whenever you start your show, those people will get notifications that says, hey, Bunny's doing her snack show. You better get your booty in here. So don't think about it too much. Just schedule those shows and you should be fine. Okay? You can also, another way to build hype in advance is to host preview shows. If you guys are not familiar with a preview show, it is basically when you do a show before your main show to kind of tease people of what you're going to be offering for the main show. So, for example, we are doing the bracket battle challenge tomorrow, the tournament tomorrow, and some people are doing preview shows where they're showing everyone what is going to be there so that people know exactly what to expect and they know what they're going to be swiping on it to kind of get them excited. Okay, so you can do one of those. You can tease special deals, limited edition things, or new arrivals, because there's this thing called FOMO. If you guys are not familiar, there's a lot of people who have the fear of missing out. Okay, so you want to always create a feeling of FOMO for people so they don't miss out on your good stuff. You can also leverage social media. Speaking of social media, friends, I'm going to tag our Facebook group down below. It is a free way where you can promote yourself on Facebook, but it is going to be for Whatnot resellers. Tagged it down below, friends, if you guys want to take a screenshot of it. Again, it is 100% free. I mean, unless you want to pay me, but it is 100% free. I have a really cool group of people who help mod it, like Fundamentals Derek. Jay Broski also helps mod in there as well. I think we're at 900 people, which is crazy, guys. It like kind of exploded over the last month. So I appreciate you guys. It is a free community where you guys can drop your links, talk about yourself, ask questions, network, meet new people. So guys, get in there. It's totally free. Okay. So let's see here, friends. This is another thing that you can do ahead of time before your show is be an active community member. I appreciate you guys so much. Be an active community member. What the heck does that mean? What it means is you need to go into other people's shows. What's up, Latasha? How are you? Go into other people's shows and you need to like talk. I know that sounds weird, right? But this is how it works. So when I was in the beauty and makeup category, I would go into other beauty shows and I would get to meet. I would meet new sellers and new people. So say for someone is running this lip gloss, okay? I don't know. It's Maybelline, a Maybelline lip gloss, right? That's what I'm wearing right now. And maybe someone's showing this and they're selling it. And I said, oh my gosh, that color is so beautiful. That is a really nice color. That'd be perfect for a date night. See how I am saying something and I'm contributing to what the seller is doing? You want to make sure that you're an active member of the Whatnot community. At the end of the day, this is a social platform as well as a selling platform. It's like combined, right? So you got to be social. I know it seems weird going to other people's shows and you're like, I don't even know who these people are. That's okay. The more times you comment down below, the more likely someone is going to click your profile and say, oh my gosh, Holly Joe. Let me go ahead and click Holly Joe's name right here. I'm going to go to her profile. I'm like, oh, Holly Joe's a seller too. And then they start bookmarking shows. You want to make sure that you're being active in the community shows. Now, don't be doing weird stuff. Don't be like, hey y'all, I sell this exact same stuff in my show. Don't be that person. Don't do it. Don't do it. You can't be going to McDonald's yelling out Burger King. You just can't do that, okay, friends? There's gonna be some people who are nice like me and just be like, no, thank you. And it's gonna look, don't go to Derek's show being crazy, y'all. You're gonna learn today. There's some, yeah, don't do it. Don't do it. Do not do it, friends, okay? You can go into community shows, though. If you guys did not know, there's an entire community category here on the platform where you guys can kind of network and talk to each other and kind of promote yourself that way. Okay, so those are all the things we're doing before we hit the go live button. Okay, friends. So sometimes people are like, oh gosh, we're all the way halfway through. That's so crazy. So one thing to consider, friends, is these are all the things that we're doing before we hit the go live button. Thank you so much for the share, friend. Okay, so you can't just hit the go live button and just expect people to come to your show. No, we have to do things ahead of time to get people excited. Remember, it's a party. You can't just open your door to your house and expect a amazing party. There's some things you have to do ahead of time to make sure that you do have a great party. Okay, I mean, technically, you could open your door and have some strangers come in, but y'all understand what I'm saying, okay? Okay, so just to recap really quick, friends, all the things that we're doing ahead of time to attract buyers to our show is building trust by looking presentable, ensuring that our background is clean and visually appealing. We're making sure that we have a loaded bin of items so we build some credibility. We're taking time to get an eye-catching thumbnail that clearly represents what we're selling. We're building hype in advance by scheduling a few shows ahead of time, at least a week out. And we're using social media as well as being an active community member. Easy so far, friends? Okay, let's see, friends. I feel like nowadays promoting on other shows is a big no-no. When So first joined, it seemed like it was okay. Yes, absolutely, B. It is. It's a huge no-no, and I've never thought it was okay. In my opinion, because I don't feel like it. To me, it feels like literally going into someone else's shop or place of business and saying, "Hey, you should stop shopping here and you should come to my store. It's down the street right here. You should leave right now and come to my store." That's kind of how it feels to me when people are kind of promoting themselves in a show that's not like a non-community show, right? A community show you can totally understand, but that's not the way to grow and build authentic, organic people in your following, okay? Latasha says, do you think we should use photos that are misleading? Do you think that we should use photos that are misleading to buyers? Photos that are beautiful, but we may not have them. I know some people come in and ask, do I have items? So basically you're asking me, is it okay to use clickbait? I feel like it depends on what you're using, right? I don't think that you necessarily have to have that exact same item, but I think that the purpose of your thumbnail is to get people in your room ultimately. So when I first started selling exotic snacks, I know Derek remembers this. I used to use like AI generated weird snacks. So I would do like pickle Oreos, or I would do like strawberry cheesecake soda. That doesn't exist. But what happened was it would create such of like rise out of people that they would come in the show and they'd be like, do you have pickle Oreos? And I'd be like, no, but that sounds gross, doesn't it? And it would kind of create some type of conversation. And now they're here. Now you're in my show, right? And now I can show you the things that I do have. So I feel like as long as you're doing it in a way that is going to work for you, I don't think that it's a problem. But you don't want to do it in a way that is going to be, oh, I have the boo boos. My thumbnail is Labubu's, but when you come in here, I'm selling coffee. Like that doesn't make sense. You get what I mean? So I would say use clickbait strategically, if that makes sense. So I'm gonna say, if I had to say yes or no, I'm gonna say yes. Do it right though. You get what I'm saying, Boo? And I know that you're gonna do it the right way anyway. So you should be good. Okay. Personally bypass clickbait even if I follow. Yeah, it just totally depends. $1 starts and you get in the show and it's fine. Yeah, see that wouldn't be exactly. You get what I'm saying. Great question though. I love it. Okay, friends. So now we've done everything. We've done all the hard work ahead of time. Now it's time to hit the go live button. Now, friends, I do want to say this one more time. The main thing that you want to do here on Whatnot, you don't care. I'm trying. Listen, take some notes, friends. You do not care about viewers in your shows. Trust me, don't care about that. You do not care about followers. What you care about is buyers. That's the gold right there. You care about buyers. All right. You can have 5 people in your show and have a rock star of a show. She says scribbling. That's so funny. You can have a rock star, sold out, profitable, successful show with 5 people in it. I promise you. It only takes one person to swipe. And sometimes that one person might swipe 13 times. So I don't want you to be so focused on that number at the top. If you have to, my friends, if you have to get like a little sticker, if you have to get a little sticker and put it over the top of your phone so you don't see what that number is. It doesn't matter what that number is. I promise you, friends. I know it feels good. It might give you a little bit of anxiety. Cover it up. I want you to sell your best. If you got 3 people on your show, 30 people on your show, or 300, I always want you to do your best no matter how many people are in your show. Now we're going to stop a little bit. I'm going to give you guys a quick little story of something that happened to me when I first started here on the platform. And I feel like it was such a valuable lesson to me that I still think about that to this day. So maybe it will help someone in here. So when I first started here on the platform, friends, I was selling in the women's contemporary category. I was selling women's activewear. So like Lululemon, Adidas, Nikes, things of that nature. Okay. So I had all my stuff on the rack and I had everything organized. Yeah. I actually started in women's clothing. Yes, yes, yes. That's how I applied here on the platform. So I had all my clothes laid out and I was very excited and I was, just showing everything, and I had like maybe 5 people in my show. Okay. And there was a lady who came in and she ended up swiping on something. I was like, oh, I was really excited, right? Because I'm new. I'm like, oh, thank you so much, I appreciate you. She bought a size medium. I put that down. Then I show like a size large, and then she swipes on that, and I'm like, okay, maybe she just doesn't mind that's a little big. She swipes on that. And then I show something that's extra small. And then she swipes on that. And I'm like, okay, now she's swiping on a lot of stuff, right? So I just got curious and I said, hey, I noticed that you're swiping on quite a bit of, different sizes. Is there any other sizes that you would like for me to show you? And she goes, well, I actually am a mother and I have 3 daughters. And my daughters are size small, medium, and large. And I'm size extra large. So you have a lot of cute stuff. So that's why I'm swiping so much. So that's my point, friends, is you never know what kind of shopper you have in your show. So just always do your best, friends. You don't need a lot of people in your show to have a successful show. What's up, T-Glass? How are you? I've had someone come into my show, and I think the most amount someone has ever purchased was about 43 items. One person came in my show and bought 43 items. Okay, so it only takes one person, my friends. Okay, one person. All I want you to focus on is doing your best. That's all that matters, my friends, okay? Because if you're doing your best, it's going to be contagious and people are going to notice, hey, this person is really passionate about her jewelry. Okay, she's really passionate about her jewelry. So you're going to get them excited about it as well. Okay, so I hope that story resonates with people. Just keep going. I know that there's going to be times. I just did a show the other day on Friday, y'all. I did the show the other day. Friday is usually my best day, y'all. And I made less than $100. It happens. And I'm a seasoned seller, friends. So I don't want you guys to get down on yourself. It's just the ups and downs of whatnot. I always want you to do your best. Your energy is so, so valuable here on the platform. Even if something's not going your way, please don't be a negative Nancy or negative Nathan. Okay. Oh, all right, y'all. Let's do this next one right here. Okay, nobody wants that tough crowd today. Okay, what do you guys want to see today? How about this one? Do you guys want to see this? You want to see? Don't do that, friends. I know it sucks sometimes. I know it feels weird to be talking to no one sometimes, but just always use it as practice. That's what I always did. That's what I always thought in my head, right? Yeah, we can totally sense the frustration in people. Use it as practice. That's what you do. So maybe someone didn't sell this, no one bought this coffee, right? And now I have the opportunity to show it again, right? And I'll be like, okay, guys, this coffee right here is it's in the bin, by the way. That's why it's important to have stuff in the bin. So if you want this coffee, it's in there, okay? Oh, in the shop. I have to say shop. The nut. Okay, so this one is going to be the Mr. Brown's Taiwan coffee. It's a 3-in-1 coffee, guys. It has the coffee, cream, and sugar already in it. My favorite part about it, y'all, it's only 100 calories. Do you think that I was able to say that the first time I showed this product? No, I've practiced it a lot of times. I've sold this coffee a lot of times. So I always think it as I'm showing this product and I'm building my skills up to sell. This is a selling platform, my friends. Okay. Selling is a skill. So it's okay if someone doesn't swipe on that item. That's okay. Just move to the next one. Hey guys, thank you so much for looking at this. We're going to go ahead and show this one next. Always be upbeat, always be positive. Okay. All right, friends. So during our show, we want to make sure that we're engaging with our audience. Okay. So you got some people in the room, maybe greet a few people when they come in. Now, I know that you're not going to be able to say every single person's name, but every time you look down every so often, like, hey, Bloom, welcome into the show. Via, how are you? Julia, welcome in. People love the sound of their own name. Did you guys know that? I learned that in psychology, that we just love hearing the sound of our name. So say somebody's name. It might make them stay a little bit longer, okay? Welcome them into your show. Remember, this is your house. This is your house. If someone comes into your house, you want to make sure you greet them, right? Next thing you can do is ask questions and encourage interaction. A lot of times I'll get people and I'll say, hey guys, comment down below. I got 24 people in the room. Everyone, comment down below. Let me know what state you're from. Do you guys have any state friends, state twins? I'm in the beautiful state of Nebraska, if you guys did not know. Yes, I am a Cornhusker. I'm a Cornhusker, okay? So you can say things like that. Uh-oh, what happened here? Yeah, I don't know why I did that to you, girlie. You didn't say anything bad, y'all. Girl, what happened? I don't know what it did to you, girl. I don't know. I don't know why I did that to you. She got redlined it. She got redlined for some reason. I don't know, girl. Look. I don't know. Okay, y'all. So make sure you're asking questions like that. Oh, you're good. Asking questions like that, asking people where they're from. Maybe you're a clothing seller. You can ask people, hey guys, let me know. Comment down below. Yeah, I don't know why, Levi, that oh, cheap. It's that word. I got you. Yeah. That's so random. That's so random. I appreciate you finding out. Okay. Anywho, friends, ask questions. So a lot of times I will do polls, and say, hey guys, if I'm a clothing seller, I'll say, what size are you looking, when I was doing clothing, what size are you looking for today? And it'll say small, medium, large, extra large, right? So when I look at that poll up there, I'll notice that maybe 47% of people said they're looking for size extra large. Okay, now when I'm out sourcing for clothing, I need to start focusing more on extra large stuff instead of extra small stuff. So you can do little engagements like that as well. Okay. Make sure that you're responding to comments and acknowledge when someone shares your stream. Now, this is a talking show, so this one is a little bit harder for me to pace what you guys are saying. But usually, if you guys come to my normal shows, thank you so much, Nick. I appreciate you. Usually if you guys come to my normal snack shows, you guys know I do a pretty good job of staying current on the comments. It is one of my biggest pet peeves when I go into someone's show and I really want something that they're showing, right? When I go into someone's show and there's something that I really want, and I'm saying, hey, could you show me that pink dress that you have hanging up back there? And then yeah, it's okay. Thank you, friend. That pink dress back there, and maybe they don't see it the first time. Totally fine, not a problem, right? But then I may wait a couple of moments and then I'll ask again, and they still don't see my comments. Okay. I'm like, okay. Now I'll ask a third time, y'all. But after the third time, I'm not asking anymore. Levi, what's up, friend? What's up, friend? I'm not asking anymore after the third time. Does that make sense? Please make sure that you guys are paying attention to your comments, because I feel like if I ask a second or third time, second time is fine. If I ask a third time and you're still not paying attention to my comment, I will just say, okay, this is God. This is God's way of telling me. This is literally what I'll think in my head, y'all. This is God's way of telling me I don't need this. The Lord Jesus Christ is saying, girl, you don't need that. You need to be saving your money. Okay, so try your best, my friends, to pay attention to comments. Okay, that being said, if someone does ask you, hello, welcome in. That being said, Beehive, give me 1 second, friend. If someone asks to see something, like they're like, hey, Bunny, can you show me that macadamia nut coffee? Sure. And you go ahead and you do your best spiel. You're like, okay, this right here is from Taiwan. This is the macadamia nut coffee. It's 3-in-1. It has the coffee, cream, and sugar in it, and it's only 100 calories. And say for you start running it, and then they don't purchase it. I don't want you to freak out. It's okay for people to change their minds. It's okay. Maybe they thought about it and they didn't want it anymore. It's okay. It's okay for people to change their minds on something. If they don't swipe, all you have to do is say, okay, well, let me know if you want me to rerun this one or it's in the bin. And then just continue on. I see so many people crash out on people when they ask to see something, they run it, and that person doesn't purchase it. It's okay. I promise you, friends, it's totally fine. Latasha Marie says, breathe. I always tell people I won't hurt them. They don't swipe. That happened to me last week, but her phone for yeah, exactly. Things happen. Things happen where I make a bundle for someone and they don't swipe on it. And then they're like, oh my God, I'm so sorry. I got a phone call, or I had to let my dog out, or my baby started crying. Things happen, guys, and that's okay. Latasha, they are so messing up. They're so messing with you today. I think it's because you said the word store, though. You said store. She's like, what's going on? All right, friends. Okay, so another thing you can do is encourage viewers to share the show. She said, I'm done. I'm sorry, boo. Is encourage people to share the show. Okay, so sometimes when I start my show, y'all, I'm like, hey guys, welcome in. My name is BLASIAN Bunny. I sell exotic snacks from all over the world. Can y'all do me a huge favor? Could you share this show? Share this to your big back friend. Please share this to your friend that's always eating snacks. And people will kind of laugh about that and they'll end up sharing it. So you can always just ask people to share the show as well. Okay. Another thing we can do, and we were just talking about this, friends, it's in my note. During your show, make sure you maintain good vibes at all times. Your tone sets the mood for your show. I'm going to say that one more time for the people in the back. Your tone sets the mood for your show. Have you ever been in someone's show? Have you ever been in someone's show and they were just mean, nasty, or rude, and you just instantly like felt it inside and you're like, ooh, I don't really want to be here anymore, and you just swipe out? I'm like, I don't want to be here anymore. Or when someone is complaining that things are going for too low. Come on, chat. You guys are stealing from me. This is too low. Swipe right now, friends. Keep swiping. Swipe. I'm out. Sayonara, sucker. I'm out of there. I am out of there. Okay. Yes, Nikki. Start the price at what you want it to sell for. Yes, instant turn off. I totally agree. Okay, friends. Keep it positive as much as you can. Now, don't get me wrong. There are some times where people come in here and they push my buttons. And I gotta always try to keep it professional as much as I can. Just guys, if somebody's being weird, just boot them out the show. Don't look. Don't get me wrong. Now I will say some people deserve something to be said to them. If y'all get what I'm saying, we all been in that show where we was like, ooh. Sometimes people deserve something to be said to them, but y'all just let it go. Look, we gonna. Do I need to put the Frozen soundtrack on? Let it go, let it go. Derek will take care. Yes, Derek will take care of it for sure. And I like the way Derek does it too, because he's like straight to the point. Y'all, if y'all don't know Derek, aka Fundamentals, here on the platform, y'all, that's my brother from another mother. That's my bestie on here, y'all. Like, it's funny. We always say that we're yin and yang. So like, I'm like the nice one, and he's like the straightforward one. He don't go ahead and show acting crazy, y'all, because he will tell you about yourself real quick. Okay. All right, friends. So another thing I have on here for maintain good vibes is smile, be approachable, and welcoming. Okay? You look so much better when you smile, my friends. Just smile. It's okay. I know it's kind of scary, but the best way that I have told myself to help with the anxiety of whatnot, because let's be honest, friends, it is scary to put yourself out there in front of people that you don't know. What if this happens? What if that happens? We do all these what ifs. So it is scary, right? Even me, I've sold, I think when I checked my analytics last month, I think I've streamed over 800 streaming hours. So I'm probably at 900 now. That's a lot of streaming hours, y'all. And I still get nervous before I hit the go live button. And I've been here a long time. So it's okay to feel nervous, friends. But one thing that I've done to help is I always say that the chat, I don't call you guys chat, I call you guys my friends. You guys will hear me say, hey friend, hey friend, hey friend, because in my head, you guys are my friends. How would I, if I wanted to sell this ring pop blue raspberry craft soda, which is in the bin, by the way, if I wanted to show this to my friend that was sitting on my couch in my living room, how would I explain this to her? How would I explain this to my bestie? I'd be like, girl, this is so good. I had it the other day. You can make adult beverages in it. It's limited edition. It tastes like blueberry, huckleberry, and acai. It's delicious. Talk to people as if they're your friends, and I promise it will help ease the anxiety of your show. Okay? I love that you call us friends instead of, hey, chat. Chat drives you nuts. Yeah, I don't know. For some reason, when I hear chat, I think of like, if you guys did not know, here's a little fun fact about me outside of whatnot. I'm actually a gamer. I love video games. Not only do I play them, I also love watching people play video games. And when I hear chat, for some reason, I instantly think of gamers. So I've never called you guys chat ever because it's like, that's what the gamers say. Yeah, so I have PlayStation 5. Where my PlayStation people at? Okay, so yes, talk to people as if they're your friends, and that will also help ease the anxiety of your PC. PC is cool though. You know what? I feel like when someone tells me they have a PC, I know that you're a real gamer because PCs are expensive. The PC that I want, it's on the low end, and I feel like it's like $1,000, and that seems like a lot. But there's some PCs out there that are like really expensive. So PC people are good, are good. As long as you're not Xbox. PC people I like. Xbox people, we're gonna, we're gonna have to get you on PlayStation. But okay, friends, let's continue on. All right, friends, another thing to maintain your Xbox team, Nick. I knew something was weird about you. I knew something was weird. Your son, no way, that's so cool, Nikki. Another thing about maintaining good vibes is have fun. It's okay to do something weird. Be yourself. Stay engaging. Just have fun, y'all, because look, I was the only child, y'all. I was the only child. So I had to keep myself busy and entertained because I was the only kid in my house. Okay. So you guys will come on my show. Y'all will hear me say corny jokes. I will say weird stuff because I have to keep myself entertained. At the end of the day, I'm having fun for myself. Like I'm laughing at myself in a good way. You get what I mean? So have some type of fun. Even if you think it's weird, even if you think it's quirky, the thing that you don't want to express about yourself or show about yourself is going to be the thing that people love about you. And that's going to be the reason why they hit the follow button. Are there going to be some people that come to my show and they be like, ooh, that bunny girl, she talk fast. I can't even keep up. And she be telling these weird, corny jokes. It's weird. She is weird. There's going to be some people who say that, and that's okay. That's okay. I have no. Oh, so you think I'm weird, full circle? You saying you're guilty? You think I'm weird? I'm just kidding. And that's okay. If someone doesn't like my personality here on the platform, that's totally fine. Guess what? I'm not the only person on the platform who sells this coffee. There's tons of us who sell that exact same coffee. So if you don't like me, that's okay. That's totally fine. You go find someone else that does. So just be who you are. I promise you guys, I promise you, people are going to come for you. At the end of the day, no matter how new or how seasoned you are still someone's favorite You are someone's favorite streamer here on the platform. You have to remind yourself that, my friends. Okay? All right, friends. I know there were some questions. Make sure that when we're asking questions, friends, try to make it as close to the topic of what we're talking about, if you can. Okay, my friends. I'll do my best to answer the other questions, though. Okay. What's the best way to run your shows on a laptop or phone? It is going to be your personal preference. I can't tell you that because everyone is going to like a different way of doing things. Me personally, I use two devices. I use my cell phone as my main camera, and then behind my phone, I use my computer. I have a PC, iMac computer that I use. Some people prefer an iPad. Some people prefer two phones. It just really depends. I would say if you're trying to determine what you like, try everything and you'll figure out which one works best for you. But please have two devices, friends. You can do it on one, but sometimes things freeze, whatnot be whatnot in sometimes. So have a backup plan. Yes, Jason, you just got, I know. I wish I can give you a solid answer, but like some people swear by the iPad. I just don't care for it. It's too big and bulky for me. So just play around with the Jason and you'll figure out what works best for you, my friend. Thanks so much for being here. Okay, friends, another thing that we can do to attract buyers. Okay, what's up? How are you, Rack? How we can attract buyers. That's the goal here, friends. Not the viewers, not the followers. We want the buyers. We want the goals. Okay, friends. Know your product. How can you expect someone to trust you as a seller if you don't even know what the heck you're selling? What's up? How are you, Reptile Guy? I'm gonna say that one more time. How can you expect buyers to trust you when you don't even know what the heck you're selling? I done been into some shows, y'all, and someone's like, all right, y'all, we're gonna go ahead and sell this. Well, what is that? Is it? Is it eyeliner? Is it eyeshadow? Is it lip gloss? What is it? Well, I don't really know what this is, y'all, but maybe you guys do. We're going to go ahead and run this one. Now, yes, can some big sellers get away with it? Sure. There's some people who sell things that don't know it. Yeah, but if you want to maximize your time here, if you want to maximize your products and try to get the most money you can, have some type of general idea of what you're selling. Now, I understand there's a lot of people who buy Amazon pallets and they're literally picking things up and they may not know what the heck it is because they are doing pallet pulls. I totally get it. But at the same time, friends, try to have some general idea of what you're selling. If you don't know what to say for your product, read the package. I'm just being honest, y'all. When you don't know what it is, try to read the package. Okay, guys, this right here is going to be the Maybelline Hyaluronic Acid Lip Gloss in the color Moon. Just read what's on the package, y'all. Read what's on the tag of the clothing. Explain what's on the t-shirt. Like, try your best to maybe explain what you see. I know it may seem very obvious, but if you explain what you see, friends, you seem like you know what you're talking about. Okay, I'll give you guys a quick little story real quick. So I actually used to one of my 9 to 5 jobs back in the day, y'all, is I used to sell or rent out luxury apartments. And it was so fun to me, y'all. It felt like it felt like it was like my own little version of HGTV. And I got to show people around and I love HGTV, y'all. So when I would go into the places, I would just explain what I seen and they really thought I knew what I was talking about. I'm like, all right, guys. So next up, we're gonna go ahead. I'll open up the door. I'm like, this is the first bedroom. This is the first bedroom right here. Looks like we could put a queen size bed here. Oh, look at the lighting in here. There's so much sunlight coming in here. Even though they see what I see. Oh, we have some nice hardwood floors here. Oh, look, these are some nice, really granite countertops. Plenty of cabinet space. They're looking at the same thing I'm looking at. But when you say what you see, you sound like you know what you're talking about. Okay, friends? So don't just be like not saying anything don't have like dead space in your shows. Try to talk, okay? Because you seem more credible. Does that make sense, my loves? Beehive says, I'm so bad at keeping up with the chat when selling clothing and standing farther from my camera. Any suggestions? Yes, that's such a great question. Beehive, do you have, how many devices do you use? Hi, thank you so much, friend. You're so sweet, Michelle. If you use two devices, if I don't know if you do, but I would highly suggest that you use a second device. Maybe having some type of like iPad, laptop on the side, and phone on the ring. Okay, so when you're showing your item, like you're showing your item, is your laptop close to you when you're showing the item? If not, I would suggest to get something that is going to be a little bit easier for you to see. Maybe you have an iPad with a stand. Don't have it in camera view. Okay. If you have an extra device, I would totally recommend going to Amazon and getting one of those stands that you can slip your iPad in, and it like is going to be the height of you standing up, so that when you're showing your clothing, you can kind of look down and see what they're saying kind of in front of you, if that makes sense. That's what I would recommend. But I totally understand what you're saying because I used to sell clothing too. If anyone else sells clothing here on the platform, or have any suggestions for her, please comment down below. That's the first thing that I think of on the top of my head, B, is to get that stand, okay? Or bring whatever device you're looking at closer to you so that you can actually see, okay? Hope that helps, my friend. Okay, let's continue on, friends. We said make sure you know some type of general idea of what your products are. Okay, hold on, y'all. I gotta change this playlist. Okay, next up, friends, is incentivize your buyers with rewards. If you guys do not know, Whatnot now has a rewards program. I think it's on like season 3 or 4. If you guys click this little crown button up here, make sure you have some type of rewards. The more that your buyers buy, the more rewards that they get. And the cool thing about the Whatnot rewards is that it is going to be customizable to what you want it to be. So there's like a bronze, silver, gold, platinum, and diamond stage of that, which is really, really cool. I don't remember the stipulations on how to get the rewards program. It's not something that it's offered to everyone, but if I remember correctly, they are very, very easy to achieve. It's like what was it, like sell $1,000 worth of stuff, sell 50 items, something like that, y'all. It's very easy to achieve those thresholds. So definitely work towards that if you are a newer seller so that you can have some type of rewards program. Okay. Another thing you can do is like a flash sale. If you guys are not familiar with flash sale, I will show you really quick. Let's go ahead and do a flash sale on this Mr. Brown's macadamia nut coffee from Taiwan really quick so you guys can see what I'm talking about in real time. In real time, y'all, give me a second. Let me find it really quick. All right, y'all. So this is a cool thing about having things in your bin as well. Because look, y'all, I was able to pin it that quick. Mr. Brown's iced coffee, macadamia nut, 8 ounces. Okay, friends. So it says that the price right now is going to be $5. But if I do a flash sale really quick, because remember, we want to try to create FOMO, the fear of missing out. Okay. So let's go ahead and do a 15-second flash sale, 25% off. Explain to your customers that when you do a flash sale, that they do not have to compete for this item. Whatever the price is, everyone's going to get that exact same price if they swipe. So let me go ahead and do one really quick, friends. So right now, just so you guys can see, it's going down right now for $3.75. You guys are more than welcome to swipe if you want, but I'm just showing you guys as an example. So now someone has 15 seconds to make a decision on if they want to partake in that flash sale. So use things like that to your advantage when you are trying to get buyers to swipe in your shows. Okay. All right, friends. Next thing is host giveaways to keep excitement high and encourage participation. Now, I have a love-hate relationship with giveaways here on the platform. I actually just finished editing my latest YouTube video, which is going to be a full ultimate guide on everything you need to know about giveaways, y'all. I literally talked 30 minutes about giveaways, okay? So basically in that video, we're going to be talking about what a giveaway is, the types of giveaways, when you should run a giveaway, what you should run a giveaway for, how to ship it, etc., etc. Okay, there are some pros and cons to them, friends. So you can run a giveaway if it is in your budget. If please keep in mind that we as the seller pay for the item that we're giving away plus the shipping of the item to that person. Thank you so much. I appreciate the share, my friend. Okay, let's go ahead. Speaking of giveaways, friends, let's go ahead and do a giveaway. Get the giveaway, friends. It's going to be for some positivity stickers. Girl, it's the cheap word. It's the cheap words. If you guys did not know, you can do muted words. I know. You can do muted words here on Whatnot. When you are doing your shows, when you're editing them, you can put words in the muted section that if somebody says it, it will block it out and only you and your mods can see it. So, for example, I know some people have muted the giveaway word. Is this one of your words? Cheap. Yeah, cheap is one of my words. Like it's a pet peeve of mine when people go into my show and they say I can get that cheaper or that's expensive or things like that kind of annoy me. So I just muted those words. So yeah, so cheap is one of those words. Okay, you guys can totally do it too. I think it's rude when people say it anyway, so they just get muted when they do that. Okay, and by the way, friends, this is my favorite thing to say. If somebody comes into your show and they tell you that your stuff is expensive, you can tell them, "Hey, my stuff's not expensive. It's just out of your budget." That is the nicest way to tell someone that it's out of their budget. And I'm just saying, it's not expensive. I can't if I go to Louis Vuitton, I could be like, this bag is really expensive. But guess what? It's not expensive to some people. Sometimes that Louis Vuitton bag is like a Coach bag to some people, like the price of a Coach bag. You get what I mean? It's just out of my budget. Louis Vuitton is out of my budget. But that doesn't mean it's expensive, right? You get what I'm saying, friends? So again, you guys can steal it from me. If someone comes in your show and says that's expensive, say it's not expensive, it's just out of your budget. But I do have some things that might be in your budget. Like I'm not hating. You know, like if someone says, that's expensive, well, what's in your like what are you looking for? What's in your budget? They might say they're looking for $5. Well, I got some $5 stuff. Guys, even McDonald's has a dollar menu, okay? I got a little bit for everybody. Okay. I have stuff that's $5 and I got something that's $100 in my bin because I got something for everybody. You get what I mean? Okay, let's continue on, friends. We're almost done. I'm doing so well. We're almost at an hour. 1 minute. It's 9:59. We started at 9, y'all. I told myself I wanted to try to get through this in an hour. Thank you so much, B. I appreciate you. Okay, next thing. Oh, this is a good one. This is a good one. Get your pens and papers out. Be prepared for a raid. If you guys don't know what a raid is, we have 29 friends in here. Hi, friends. We have 29 friends in here. Instead of me ending my show, we take all 29 of us and we go to someone else's show. Okay, so we add our 29 people to whoever amount of people they have. Raids are spontaneous, they're fun. And me personally, I feel like raids are the perfect opportunity for you to introduce yourself to a new group of people. Okay, so when I get a raid, make sure you introduce yourself to people. Sometimes, friends, I I'd be like sad. I really be sad when we go into someone's show and we raid into them and they get so like excited or maybe they have a lot of anxiety, right? And they forget to introduce themselves. The first thing you should do when you get a raid is thank the person who raided you. Oh my gosh, thank you so much for the raid. Maybe it's a big raid so you can't see who did it. Can you guys drop down below who raided us? I would love to thank them for the raid. Always. That's always the first thing you need to do is you need to thank that person for the raid. Okay. If you got mods, ask the mods to tag them down below, etc., etc. Okay. After you have thanked them for the raid, make sure you introduce yourself. You need to have one or two sentences that quickly explains to people who you are and what you're about. For example, mine is, oh my gosh, welcome in Raiders. My name is BLASIAN Bunny. I sell exotic snacks from all over the world. Very simple, straight to the point, so people know who I am and if they want to stay. Does that make sense, my friends? So think of a sentence that represents who you are and what you sell very quickly, okay? Then after that, friends, make sure you showcase your best items. One thing I do like to do as well, you guys don't have to do this. When I get a raid, I do also do a giveaway. I personally love doing a giveaway when I get a raid. Remember, giveaways are 100% optional. I like doing them when I get a rate because it kind of like highlights the person. And I'm gonna use Latasha Marie Thriftway because she just commented down below. Oh, I'll say thank you so much, Latasha Marie Thriftway, for that raid. We're gonna do a giveaway in honor of her and your friends so they can get something for free. Something like that that kind of makes them feel excited that they rated, right? So now when I hit that timer, I have 5 minutes to shine. That's how I look at it in my book, because people are going to want to stay for the giveaway, which is 5 minutes. By the way, y'all, you got 5 seconds. If you guys didn't get your booty in the giveaway, you better hurry up and click that button real quick. Ooh, somebody got in there real fast. Who is going to be our winner chicken dinner? And congratulations to LJ. Congratulations, friend. I'm going to be sending you some positivity stickers. And then you also just unlock discounted shipping. So if you find something in the bin you like, you got that. Thank you so much for being here, friend. So, hold on. Let me pin something else down below, y'all, because we got coffee pinned. Give me 1 second. Okay, continuing on, my friends. I have 5 minutes to shine. So once I hit that giveaway timer, it has a countdown. Now you guys can't see it as a viewer, but me as the seller, there's a little timer and it starts going backwards from 5 minutes. So in my head, I'm like, okay, I got 5 minutes to shine and show people who I am and what I'm about. So always showcase your best items. Even if you don't do a giveaway, I don't care if you just showed it 2 minutes ago. You better grab that skirt again. You better grab them shoes again, because now you got new eyeballs here. And I want you to sell your booty off, okay? Even if you get a raid in that 5 minutes, no one purchases anything, it does not matter. Trust me, okay? Maybe they just spent all their money in the previous show. That's okay. If you do your best job when they first come in here, they will follow you, okay? And they're gonna come back next time. That's how it works, friends. Maybe they didn't get paid today. Maybe they get paid next Friday. They're waiting for their check to come in, okay? Just do your best at all times, friends. It will come back to you in the end, I promise. She said, Nikki says, always run your items again before leaving the show. New friends have come in. Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. And that's another good point, because people always ask me, Bunny, how many items should I have in my show, especially when they're new? When you're newer, I always suggest having about 20, 25 items in your show. People are like, well, I don't want to do my first show yet. I don't have enough inventory. I don't know where people are getting this from. You do not need 100 items to have a show. I promise you, you don't. Y'all, when I did my first one night show, I had 20 pieces of clothing. And you know what I did? I showed all 1 through 20. And then you know what I did after 20? I start showing number 1 again. And you just go through that cycle over and over again. It might feel repetitive to you because you've just shown it, but there's always new eyeballs coming in your show every single minute. Hey friend, welcome in. Every single minute you have new eyeballs come in, so just show them again and again. When I first started here on the platform, I like to do 3 cycles, however long it took for me to get through 3 cycles. That's what I would do when it came to my clothing, when I was doing clothing shows, okay? Alrighty, friends. So let's see here. Prepare for it. Yeah. So for raids, stay ready. So you ain't got to get ready. Have that little sentence you want to say about yourself when people come in, so they know exactly what they're getting themselves into when it comes to you. Try your best to remember who rated you. That way, when you're doing your show the next time, if that person's on, try to pay it forward and rate that person back. Okay. Okay, now we've done things before the show, we've done things during the show, and how do we attract buyers after we've hit the end show button? I want you to understand, your work as a seller does not end when someone makes a purchase. It is not in there, friends. I promise you. You have to make sure that you deliver great customer service so that you can reel them back in. You want to have, don't you? You know the best compliment, in my opinion? Don't get me wrong, I love reviews. But in my opinion, the best compliment is a return customer. Or if a customer recommends their family or friends to you, that's the best compliment. So you want to make sure that you don't just get that customer once. You want that customer to come, they feel so good that they want to come back and spend their money with you again. Never make it hard for someone to spend money with you, okay? Okay, Jennifer says, on clothing shows, do you recommend keeping gender separate or kids separate from adults? This is the tough part. When I was doing clothing, thank you so much for the share, friend. When I was doing clothing, I only did women's clothing. I feel like it's okay to have all of the gender, like male, female children in your shop, but I think that you should highlight to maximize, right? This isn't my personal opinion. I think that you should highlight one of those. so people know what to expect. So if you want to do all three of those, what I would recommend is having a women's show, then having a men's show, then having a kids show, that way. Because when you do, in my opinion, when you do so many different things, it kind of is like all over the place. But if you are targeting one section, I think you'll get the best return on investment, in my opinion. In my opinion, yes, curated show. That's yeah, exactly. A curated show, in my opinion, is going to work better. Okay, you guys are able to comment down below if you want to also answer Jennifer's question. That was just my opinion about it. A lot of times I will do theme show for snacks. Like, for example, I've done an all Pokemon show of snacks. I've done an all Hello Kitty show, all anime, and those always work really well because it's like a very like what's the word I want to use? Like I'm going for a certain demographic of people, and I feel like you get the best, you get more swipes when it's like, okay, this person loves Pokemon, so I'm doing a Pokemon show, and now instead of them buying one thing, they're buying like 10 things, you know? Sure, you're more than welcome to. Thank you so much for asking, Golden. Okay. All right, friends. So make sure that you are delivering great customer service, and make sure, my friends, make sure you pack your items with care. If you want to not have your customers return to you, make sure that you pack their items really bad. Don't care about anything. Don't pack it nicely. Have dog hair in there. Don't do that, friends. Just because they purchase it, you want them to come back. Pack your items with care. If you are packing glass, make sure you're using bubble wrap. Okay, make sure things aren't like, well, you guys get what I'm saying. I feel like I don't have to go into detail about this because it's very self-explanatory. Pack with care and ensure that items are well protected. It sucks. It sucks when you are excited about something. You're really, really excited about something and you've been waiting all week for it. And then you finally get it in the mail, get your scissors, you open that box up, you open it and it's broken. Okay? Make sure you're packing items with care. Now, you don't have to do this, y'all, but one thing that I love to do is I have a thermal printer. So I actually make these little labels like this, and I have clear bags that I put these labels on top of, and it says, "Hey, friend, thank you so much for your support. I appreciate you coming to my show. Wait, appreciate you coming to hang out with me. I hope to see you again soon. Love, Bunny. Caution, this package will Y'all cannot read backwards. Caution, this package will cause extreme happiness. Live shows every Friday, Saturday, and Sunday." So, like, it shows that I care, right? Because I'm actually taking time to make sure that their package looks nice. Now, friends, let me be completely honest with you. My least favorite thing to do here on Whatnot is to pack orders. It is. I'm just being honest. I love sourcing. I love talking to you guys and doing shows, but my worst enemy is packing. But none of my customers would know that I hate packing because I still pack with love. I feel like when someone opens a box from BLASIAN Bunny, I want them to feel like I took time and it's like a present. It's like a little present that I made just for that person. I want them to feel special when opening my package. Okay, friends? What's up, Simply Smarter? How are you, my friend? Okay? Nikki says she writes a personal message in each package showing that showing her appreciation. I think that's super cool, super super cool. Another thing that I like to do, friends, and this is 100% optional. I just love doing this. I've made it into my business budget. Is I have these things called marketing cards. If you guys want to take a screenshot of this, you can. It's just like a 4x6 card that I got off of Vistaprint, and it just shows like my name and then like my profile on Whatnot, and then a couple of the items that are my top sellers. Okay, and then on the back of the card is the rewards program that's right here. This little crown button up here. The rewards program, the bronze, silver, gold, platinum, and diamond. Okay, and I have little carrots that show them what they get when they unlock those things. Okay, I love doing these. I love having these. I put them in all of my packages. I get about 1,000 of them on Vistaprint for about $115 ish, like that. I'll be trying to find those coupons, y'all. You got to find the Vistaprint coupons. How to save some money. So about $100. If it's not in your budget, totally fine. But I love these not only to put in my packages, but I always have these in my purse when I leave the house. You never know when you're going to run into someone. And if I see someone at the bank or something like that, here you go, Michelle. If I met someone in the bank They'll be like, hey, what are you up to, bunny? And I'll say, oh, here you go. And then I will hand this to them as a tangible item. As a tangible item. Yes, I did. I did. Thank you so much for asking, love. Um, a tangible item to give that person, right? I give it to that person, and they're like, oh, now they have something that they can go off of and they can actually take with them. Okay. I do also have the QR code right here. It says scan here. And I don't know if you guys knew this, but if you invite people to Whatnot for the first time, like they're new users, they get a $15 credit. So I always tell people, hey, if you scan that QR code there, you'll get a free $15 off when you come to my show or anyone else's show. But I'll just say you'll get a free $15 off your first purchase. And they're like, oh, really? And I'm like, yeah, it's super simple. It's really fun. And then I kind of explain to them what Whatnot is. So y'all just, you can't, this is what I'm going to say, y'all. You can't expect anyone else to promote your business like you do. Okay? I'm gonna say it one more time. You cannot expect anyone to promote your business like you do or more than you do. Right? I hear a lot of people, they're like, Whatnot. I feel like Whatnot needs to do a better job when it comes to their marketing. Da, 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 da. What are you doing for your business when it comes to marketing? Seriously, friends, what are you doing for yourself? Are you telling friends and family about Whatnot? Are you posting your items on social media? Are you in Whatnot shows and learning and introducing yourself to people in the community show? What are you doing for your own business? Okay, friends, keep that stuff in mind. So I love having things like this, and I think Michelle asked me to do it closer. Just take a screenshot, Michelle. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1, my dear. There you go. Okay. So make sure you're putting yourself out there, okay? Social media for behind the scenes. Exactly, exactly. And then another thing I like about these is that they're like postcards, and you can go to like your local Panera or places or businesses that have cork boards, and you can put your thing up there right on the cork board. No one's gonna be mad. You could just put it right up there. That's cool, right? Like you're so welcome, my friend. I appreciate you. Put it on the corkboard at Panera or at your friend's who owns the beauty salon or something like that. Okay? Give it to your friends and family and tell them to take it at work and put it on the a break room table. I don't know. Get the word out. Google it. How do I get the word out about my business? I'm telling you guys, these are really, really good. Okay, they're about $100 for about 1,000. You don't have to get 1,000, y'all. I just try to save get them cheaper. The more you buy, it's cheaper. Okay. I'm a graphic designer, and you're paying way too much for shipping. I can get 1,000 of those for around $200. Just saying, yeah, I totally understand. Totally understand, my friend. Yeah, I think I just do it out of convenience, and I appreciate you so much. But if you want to comment down below where I should get them from, let us know. If you give us the plug, yes, you sure can, my friend. Yeah, just comment down below and let us know where we can get them from cheaper. I used to have a guy that did them for me, but he said that like a smaller, like in shop local guy, that would do them for me, but he could only print so many of them, like 100 or 200, and I need like a big bulk of them because I go through them pretty quickly. So let us know. Let us know. Okay, my friends, I will message you. Thank you so much, friend. I appreciate your so much for your help. Okay, so friends, we said we're going to deliver great customer service after the show. We pack with care and make sure, this is a big one, friends, make sure you ship your items promptly. Promptly, okay? Whatnot says that we have to ship our items within 48 business hours. Okay. So keep in mind if someone buys something on Friday, you don't have to get that out until Saturday and Sunday don't count as business days. Okay. So keep that in mind, friends. Do your best. Do your best to get that within the 2 day shipping time because I promise you, friends, if I go to someone's show and I notice at the top of the screen it says that their shipping time is going to be like 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yo, I've seen someone's shipping time for 10 days. 10 days. I'm not buying from that person. I'm just not. Okay. So do your best to ship the things out promptly. Now, I used to be really, I don't want to say bad. I need to think of a different word. But for lack of better terms, I'll say this. I used to be very determined. There we go. When I first started selling here on the platform, when I was selling clothing and makeup, I used to be very determined to get my items out as quickly as possible. So this is what I would do. If you guys did not know, I've always done night shows. I actually used to do a show called um what was it, like Bunny After Dark? That sounds kind of weird. Or Makeup After Dark, something like that. I used to call it, and I used to do all my shows at midnight. Yes, I don't know what crazy juice I was on, y'all, okay? But I used to do all my shows at midnight, and I would do shows for like 2, 3, 4 hours. So say for I get done at 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning, right? What's up, Janet? Welcome in. And then after the show was over, you know what I would do? What's up, Smooth? After the show was over, I would start packing my items immediately. No matter what time it was, I would start packing all of my items immediately. That as soon as the so as soon as the mailman got there in the morning, I would be able, Smooth, you so crazy. I would hand over the packages to my post office person within a couple hours. Okay. Now, I used to be that person. Now, one thing I want to say, friends, I don't think there's anything wrong with that because I lived that life for a very, very long time. Thank you so much, friend. I appreciate you. I lived that life for a very, very long time. But I have to remember, for me, friends, self-care is everything. Now, I don't know if you guys do this, but Whatnot is my full-time income. So it is literally taken over my life in a good way. But I eat, breathe, sleep, Whatnot. And I had to come to the conclusion that I was like, okay, Bunny, it's okay. I don't have to have these items shipped out in 2 hours. It's okay. You can go to bed. You can get some rest. You can do some self-care and get these out tomorrow. Why not 48 hours? It's okay. No, make it 1 hour. Exactly. Yeah, I used to be very determined. Okay. That's the best way I want to use. Remember that burnout is real. If you guys are not familiar with burnout, it's basically when you have drained yourself so much that you just can't continue on. Either your shows start going really, you don't do shows as often, you're not as motivated, you can hear it in your voice, or you just quit altogether. Burnout is real. It has happened to me here on this platform. And this is my full-time job. So I literally cannot afford burnout. Okay. I can't afford it. You get what I'm saying, friends? So it's okay. I don't know if I'm speaking to somebody. It's okay. Not, it's not a problem. If you have a few packages, sure, it only take you about um, 30 minutes to pack your stuff. Sure, get it out the way. But it takes me hours to pack, y'all. It takes me hours to pack. Okay. Don't forget to take some time for yourself. Even if it's not just packing, just Whatnot in general, remember to take time for yourself. Now, what I do now is I take Wednesdays off. Wednesday, I don't do any sourcing. I don't answer any messages. I don't pack any items. I go do something for Bunny. I go do something for myself. Either I go get my nails done, either I go play a video game, or I just sit on my couch and eat popcorn. I don't care. I don't any on whatever I want to do on Wednesdays. That's what I'm gonna do. I never know what it is, what I'm gonna do until it's Wednesday. Whatever my heart desires. So remember to take time for yourself. Okay? Because it's gonna be okay. I promise you. Even if I get my orders out in 2 days, I still have a lot of amazing reviews that says, oh my gosh, her stuff got here really quick. Even if it's the 2 day shipping time. Okay. All jokes aside, you do a fantastic job on Whatnot. Oh, you're so sweet. Thank you. Thank you so much. I'm trying to be like you when I grow up. Ain't you older than me though? Well, hold on. I appreciate you, Smooth. Thank you. Thank you so much, my friend. So keep that in mind. Whatnot is an amazing platform. It has literally changed my life. I love it here. I love it here. Okay, friends. Oh, you're so sweet. Thank you so much, creative. I appreciate you. Creative. Am I saying your name right? Thank you so much, my friend. I truly appreciate you. All right, friends. So we talked about how you guys can attract buyers. Remember, viewers are not your main concern. How many people that is in your show is not your main concern. How many followers you have is not your main concern. Is that a nice number that you can celebrate and say, hey, I have 1,000 followers. Hey, I have 10,000 followers. Hey, I have 100,000 followers. Absolutely. I think it's a nice milestone. But is it your main priority? No, it's not. Your main priority here on this platform is how to get more buyers. How do you get more buyers? Okay, so keep that in mind when you're coming up for strategies for your shows here on Whatnot. If you are unable to watch the duration of the show about all the good things that we do before, during, and after our show, this is going to be multi-streamed on YouTube. Let me go ahead and tag it for you guys one more time. Just take a screenshot for it. Right there, friends, YouTube, BLASIAN Bunny TV. It will be under the live section, not the videos, but the actual live section on there. Be sure if you're there, go ahead and subscribe, y'all. It's free. It's free to subscribe. So make sure you go there as well. All right, friends, I appreciate you guys so much, Nebraska Queen. Y'all, you know what? Just so you guys know, I'm going to say this real quick. Y'all, Smooth is so jealous. He's so jealous that he does not live in the beautiful state of Nebraska. And that's okay, Smooth. Maybe one day you'll be able to experience the beautiful cornfields of where I live. Okay, my friend? I have to send you some pictures or something, okay? Thank you so much, friends. I appreciate each and every guys, one of you, for being here. Please make sure that when you're done with your show, friends, don't just end your show. Do not just end your, you didn't have to do that. You are so sweet. Thank you for surplus. That was so kind of you. Never have to do that, but I truly appreciate you guys. I do this, if you guys enjoy shows like this, I do these every other Sunday. Every other Sunday, so not this next Sunday, but the Sunday after that. All you have to do is go to my profile here, and it will be like the same profile picture. It just says seller support. Just bookmark all those shows, or if you guys want to hear the last couple ones that we did, you guys don't have to do that. Here's my fork. Thank you so much. I appreciate you, Smooth Operator. Y'all so sweet to me. So sweet. I truly appreciate each and every one of you guys. You guys can go to my YouTube channel as well. Other topics we've talked about are, what are the other topics? Tips and tricks. Pricing strategies. That was a really good one. What's up, Marcy? How are you? Pricing strategies. That was a really good one. Maybe we'll talk about that next time as well. So go to YouTube, screenshot, go subscribe there. I will. Thank you so much. I appreciate you, Golden. I will be posting a YouTube video next Sunday. Excuse me. Next Sunday is going to be talking about, it's not going to be like a Q&A like this. It's actually going to be an edited video, y'all. I've been slaving all day, yesterday and today, getting it done for you guys. It will be posted by next Sunday. I will be posting all of the videos on Sundays, okay, friends? That video is going to be all about giveaways, okay? Yes, we've talked about shipping before. Definitely come back. We'll talk about that for you as well. It's going to be talking about giveaways and everything you guys need to know when it comes to giveaways. I feel like giveaways sounds like a very easy topic, y'all, but there's a lot that goes into it. There's a lot of rules. There's a lot of strategicness about it, y'all. So we're going to go through that as well. Did you mention the bracket bet? I did, but we can talk about it again, Nikki. I appreciate you bringing it back up. Guys, tomorrow, it's only a day away. Tomorrow, I'm super excited. I'm going to be helping Derek, aka Fundamentals, with co-hosting the Sudden Death Bracket Battle Challenge. It is a tournament between 32 different sellers here on the platform, and the goal is who can sell the most items in only 10 minutes. 10 minutes, y'all. Super exciting. This is season 2. We did do season 1 a couple of months ago, and I believe the high score was 180 items in 10 minutes. You guys have to understand how quick that is. The rules are everything has to start at $3, sudden death. You cannot have any items in your bin, so it is just raw. It's just raw auctions, okay? What else? And you can't raid late. If you raid late, it's an automatic disqualification. It is a 1 elimination tournament. So if your opponent beats you, you're out. If you win, you advance to the next round. So the first round is always 2 days. So it's going to be Monday and Tuesday. It starts at 5 p.m. Central Time. If you guys want to bookmark that show, all you have to do is go to my pretty little face up there and bookmark that show. The cool thing is it is cross category. So that means not only is it going to be snacks, it's going to be clothing, jewelry, comic books, crystals, soap. Like, we have so many amazing sellers, and these are sellers that are going to be people that we handpicked sellers. So these people are going to be bringing you quality items. quality items. We definitely put our name next to all of these people that we trust and love. So please come hang out with us tomorrow. Yes, Latasha is going to be in it as well. So lots of amazing people in there. Even if you don't purchase, at least come and hang out with us and see the crazy chaos. It is fun. Like I said, y'all, it's only 10 minutes. Like, what's up, Jay Broski? Jay Broski's also going to be in the bracket battle. She's going to be going on Tuesday. That's my girl right there. How are you, my love? So very, very excited. Make sure you guys bookmark that show. So this round 1 is going to be 32 different sellers Monday and Tuesday. Okay. Then next, so it's a month-long competition. Next Tuesday, thank you so much, Fred. I appreciate you. Next Tuesday will be 16 sellers. And then the following Tuesday will be 8 sellers. And then the following Tuesday after that will be 4 sellers, which is going to be the final boss round. So all 4 of them have to go against each other. Okay. So super, super excited about that. It is fun, y'all. It's fun. Like I said, even if you guys don't purchase anything, just come hang out with us. Say hi. We would love for you guys to come hang out with us to see who can sell the most. Okay. All right, guys, when you're done with your shows, always make sure you raid someone. I don't care even if you only have you in your other device. You should always be raiding into someone. Not only does it show that that you care about the community and you want to support another person, you never know, friends. You never know. You can raid into someone, they'll shout you out, and then people follow you, and now you could have just got your best customer ever by doing a raid. I feel like some people feel bad. They're like, oh, I only have 2 people. It doesn't matter. Always raid so that you can show support to someone else. You just never know, my friends. So that being said, friends, I appreciate you guys being here for me. I'm so proud of myself. Yeah, I only talked for an hour and a half. Usually I talk for 2.5 hours. So today, friends, I'm very proud of myself. All right, my loves, I appreciate you guys so much. Don't forget to bookmark the bracket battle tomorrow. Subscribe on YouTube. Oh, and then last thing, friends. I know. Here I go. I'm proud and I keep talking. One more thing, really, really quick, friends. I promise. For those people who are just hopping in, if you guys want to be a part of a free community on Facebook, it is a group called Whatnot Resellers Network. It's a group that we started to help show community support to each other here on Whatnot. You can drop your shows there. You can ask questions there. We do like weekly. It's very positive. We do like weekly wins where every like Tuesday we ask you guys what worked really well for you this week so we can celebrate each other. We drop YouTube videos in there. So I think we have 900 people, y'all. 900 people in there. So y'all go in there. Y'all come in there. Just hit join. We will preview. Okay, now I'm done. Now I'm done, okay, friends? If you guys need to take a screenshot down below, you can, okay? I love you guys. Thank you so much. I will see you guys, your beautiful faces tomorrow for the bracket battle, y'all. For the bracket battle. Let's see who's on. I try to do my best to raid people who have raided me in the past. That way I can say thank you. Let me see. Let me go on my computer real quick, y'all. Let's see who's on. Let's see who's on. Yeah, I don't know what that is. What's this dance called? All right, y'all. Let me see who's on. Give me a second. Lil Jig. Necro. All right, friends. I'm trying to see. Oh, I know exactly who we're gonna rate. Are you guys ready? Are you ready? Okay, so we're gonna go say hi to Cindy Golden Girl. Okay, she is part of. Thank you. That's so funny. That's so funny you said that, Nikki. We're gonna go say hi to Cindy Golden Girl. It looks like she's trying to practice for the bracket battle. She is one of the people who are going in tomorrow. She's one of your favorite. Yay! She's gonna be one of the people going on tomorrow. She is a part of. Okay, so how it works is Monday people are Team Alien, and then Tuesday people are Team Bunny. So we still gonna give her some support, even though she's on the enemy side. No, we're no enemies, y'all. I'm just kidding. She's on the opposite side, though, but we're still gonna root for her. We're gonna go say hi to her. When we get there, friends, can y'all do me a huge favor? Drop those bunny emojis to let her know that the bunny bunch is in the building. She is hilarious. She is hilarious. So we're gonna go say hi to Cindy really quick. Cindy. So we're gonna go show her some love. If God lays it on your heart to tip her $1, do that, friends. I appreciate you guys. Just make sure you look at her bin. At least give her some time. I love you guys. See you tomorrow. Bye.
Oh, I almost pulled you guys off. Okay, come in. What's over here? I got everything out of that. All right.